pretty new initiative for us this year. We had it last year and we were playing around with it with staff, but it's basically a room where we can change the percentage of oxygen in there, and obviously that has an effect on how hard an exercise session is. So it's really simulating an altitude sort of environment, and by doing that I guess we get more fitness bang for an exercising buck, I suppose, if you want to put it that way.
A lot of teams go on camps to Arizona and places like this for altitude camps where they go for about 3 weeks. How does this compare to something like that?
Yeah, obviously the benefit of those camps is that they're there at altitude for a long block of time, so you get a much bigger physical or physiological effect from that. We're doing short, sharp hits at probably a higher altitude than those teams travel to. And the benefit for us is that we can do that throughout the pre-season, not just a 3-week block, and we can do it throughout the year as well. The benefits are really hard to measure and hard to separate from all the other effects of pre-season. But yeah, we're pretty happy with the time trial results later in the pre-season. So, you know, you'd like to think that the effect of what the altitude sessions have done has played some part in that. Yeah, they definitely feel it at this level, sort of 14% and below. We've been down to 12.5%, and that's pretty hard work. That's sort of getting up towards 5,000 metres of altitude. Yeah, so they definitely sense that shortness of breath and the legs fatigue quicker. So yeah, it's definitely having an effect. Yeah, the watt bikes are fantastic. They're a really new inclusion. We're probably 2 or 3 weeks into using those. We've got 22 new watt bikes, and watt bikes have been developed by British Cycling, which is a really elite sort of cycling program, obviously. And they're just a fantastic bike in terms of the way we can set them up, just like a road bike. The monitors are the real, the real excellent thing about them, though, because the guys can get all sorts of feedback on there, from what their left leg's doing to what their right leg's doing, their power outputs, their distances. And the really good thing about that now is, as you would have seen on some of the footage, is we can project the data that they're doing in real time up on the screen. And that just makes them accountable not only to us, the staff, but to themselves and to the other players. So during a session, we can set a target for them in a certain interval, and they have to be above that power output. And if they're not, all the other players in the room can see that. And so that's a real good motivation tool to hopefully get more out of the sessions. So yeah, the bikes have been fantastic for us.